Let's go then to someone who was at the game. Ted Morris was at the match. He's a Liverpool fan. He chairs the Liverpool Disabled Supporters Association. Mr. Morris, can you tell us how the night was for you? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Nick.
Hi, sir.
It was horrendous. Start to finish, it was horrendous. We arrived at the stadium at 3:15. For the first 3 hours till we actually went in the perimeter of the stadium, we just seen local youngsters, youths, just pickpocketing, robberies, without police doing anything. When we actually went through the first soft ticket check, again, local youths just pushing past without being challenged by stewards or police. That was where the problems were starting. Got by the perimeter. They didn't know what they were doing as we went. I'm a wheelchair user. As we got in the accessible entrance, we had 3 wheelchair users who'd been there for an hour waiting to get in because the turnstiles weren't working. We had to get one from Liverpool to let us in. The steward fell on top of one of the young girls in the wheelchair. This is about 6:15. Personal assistance distressed. It was just horrendous. You could see the problems were already starting by 6:15 when there was already thousands of Liverpool supporters around the stadium.
The police just weren't up to it, Ted.
They weren't there, Nick. The police weren't there. As we went through the soft ticket check, there was about 5 armed police who were just watching what was going on. When we got round the turnstiles, there was young, inexperienced stewards. There was no police presence whatsoever. I mean, none.
And the lads that were bundling through, were they all locals, Ted? French lads, you would say?
They looked like people of North African descent, Nick, and there was hundreds of them. They were the ones who attacked us after the game as well.
Hang on. What did you suffer after the game then, Ted?
Well, we were going to leave about 60 minutes because what had happened before the game, Nick, the game, just Champions League final, it just became irrelevant. I had no interest whether we won or lost that game.
No.
Just concentrating on getting back safely. And it was about a 400-yard walk or push for myself to get back to the metro. When we went under this underpass, there was police there, a lot of police there. But then we had a 300 walk to the La Plaza, the overground station. As we were walking down, there must have been about 200 of these youths just ran down the side of us, making these noises I've never heard before. My wife actually said it was something like out of that film Zulu. They were running into the crowd, just robbing people, bottling us. Then when we actually got to the station and we thought we were safe, that's where we seen the police. They then started tear gas and pepper spraying Liverpool supporters who were looking for safety. It was like a scene out of a war zone. Not coming out of the Champions League.
You must have been worried for your own safety.
Terrified. It was the most terrifying. I've been around Europe with Liverpool for 30 years, the most terrifying experience.
So when the French say this was all Liverpool fans' fault, you printed 40,000 fake tickets, you were all trying to get in without having bought a ticket. In reality, we've got French or perhaps North African people who've settled there. That is the truth, isn't it, Ted?
That is the truth, Nick. And the best thing about this is the way the journalists have covered the story, people like yourself from start to finish, because truth matters in things like this. We had 8-year-old disabled boy pepper sprayed. We had wheelchair users pepper sprayed and CS gassed. We had blind supporters waving the canes, getting tear gassed. After the game, they wouldn't open turnstiles. We had wheelchair users getting crowd surfed over turnstiles. And for this French Interior Minister to tell the lies that he has, lie after lie after lie, to try and blame Liverpool supporters, it's shocking. And the main thing that no one's reporting on, people are saying, well, the Madrid end was full. If the Madrid end was full, because their gates were open. At our end, there was 2 gates open, A and C, where you see the lines of people trying to get in at gates Y and X. They were closed. You can't get in somewhere if the gates are closed.
It sounds horrific. Ted, I'm glad you're home safe. As you say, the football actually pales into insignificance of the safety of folk like yourself. Good speaking with you. Look after yourself. Ted Morris, thank you. You chair the Liverpool Disabled Supporters Association. Reactions coming on that. We're late to the clock, but I did want to hear as much as I could from Mr. Morris. So sorry, it's 7 for those LBC news headlines read by Simon Conway.